Hi everyone, my name is Andy Aguilar and this is Socius. As Shannon mentioned, Socius is a web-based social running application that allows runners to motivate their friends and themselves by giving them a space to plan and share their runs. I made this app because it's hard to get motivated to run even in normal times, but now that we're in the middle of a global pandemic and races have been canceled and all the big events have been canceled, it's just been really difficult to do that. And so I thought giving some people a place where they can plan runs together and hold each other accountable would help with that motivation problem. So as you can see, when you sign into our website, you're just greeted with just a login page. I wanted to keep this kind of as clean and minimal as possible. So you really just have the option to either log in or up here, sign up. We're gonna start with the sign up feature because so we can show how that works. So I'm gonna, I hope Shannon doesn't mind, but I'm gonna sign her up for the app. So let's sign her up. I'm assuming her email is shannon@shannon.com. And her password is whatever. So let's sign her up. So as you can see, there's not a lot going on her page, but that's only because Shannon doesn't have any friends. But we can fix that by looking at our search friends feature. So I'm gonna go over here and click on this. And if you type here, it's gonna search all of the users in all of this app's users by both name, first name, last name, and email address. So I'll start typing in, as you can see, it starts to kind of load up. So I'll start typing in my email address and you can see that there I am. So I'm gonna add myself and a little bit later, we're gonna go to my page and see what happens when you send a friend request. But for now, I wanna do a couple more things with this sign up. So first, I wanna add an image because it doesn't make sense to send a friend request and have them not see who's actually requesting friendship. So when I click on this, it opens the edit profile page. And that allows you to change your image as well as your first name, last name, and email address if you need to edit that. But I'm actually just going to change the image here. So I'm going to choose this image that Shannon was nice enough to send me. So I'm going to open that up and you get this window where you can like crop it and move it around and make sure that you've got the image where you want it. That looks pretty good. And so we'll update her profile. And so again, so now she's got a nice shiny new profile picture. So now that we've got that working, we're going to move from the dashboard to her actual profile page. So I'll click on this now. And the link changes and brings you to her profile page. Now here, if she had any runs, you would be able to see the runs that she's created. She doesn't have any right now, but again, we can fix that. Let's create a run for Shannon. So we'll add the add a run feature here. So here, we're gonna create a run. Let's call it run from Andy's place. We'll do it let's do it next week because we're gonna be tired after this. So you can enter, I'm typing this, but you can also click the calendar and use that calendar to add it. Let's go, I don't know, 6 miles. And then I also included a map so you can show where that run is gonna start. So I'm gonna click over here and it's gonna find my current location, which is at my apartment. And it finds my location and let's set it, I don't know, right here. We'll start on that corner. As you can see, we're next to Catholic University and Children's National. So I'll go ahead and create the run and it pops up and saves that location and it shows everybody where the run is gonna take place. Cool, so that's all that we've really got on her profile page. So we're gonna log out and take a look at mine. So we'll log out. We'll go to my email address. Sure, I type my password correctly. And you see there's a lot more going on my page. I think I'm friends with just about everybody on the app because it's my app, so that makes sense. So you see my run, this has a feed with my runs, but the first thing we're gonna do is look at my notifications. And it looks like Shannon has sent me a friend request. For demonstration purposes, I guess I'll accept. So there we go, and you can see that she was added to my friends list. Now the other cool thing is that on my page, because I have so many friends, I have a lot of runs, and so I can actually scroll through these and see all the runs that my friends have posted, and as I scroll, it adds more runs to this list. But instead of scrolling through and finding the run that Shannon just made, I'm actually going to use our filter feature. So if I click on filter here, I'm going to filter the runs by date. Here, let's say the 17th to the, I don't know, let's go 24. We'll get a week's worth of runs. And I can do it by time of day and also by miles. So let's say anywhere between, I don't know, 2 and 9 miles. And we'll filter that. And I've got, there's Shannon's runs pops up. And now, because I can see that, I now also have the option to join that run. So I can either click here or down here, and that'll join that run. And you see that my picture now shows up on that run. I also have the option to, once I'm a member of a run, I can also leave that run. So I can kind of bail on Shannon here. And that run updates in real time. As I scroll through, you see that there's some other runs. It shows either you have joined, some of them show you and one other person. So the images start popping up as people join those runs. And this updates. This one I'm not on, but it says 3 other runners. If I join that one, me and 3 other runners have joined that. Again, you see all my friends over here in clubs. Finally, let's go to my profile page where you can see my runs, which is a weird place, I don't know why. So my run here is actually called a Potomac Swim. I'm gonna edit this run and move it because this is not a swimming app. So I'm gonna make sure that this stays a running app. So I'm gonna grab this icon and actually move it to, let's do the Lincoln Memorial's about right here. And we'll call it the Lincoln Memorial run. And I can update that, and you can see that my run updated. And if we don't have time, but if I logged out and looked at one of my friends' pages, they would see that run as a run, not a swim. Here you also have the calendar, friends, and history. So calendar's here. It shows all the runs that I have coming up. History shows all the runs that I've had in the past. And friends shows my friends, but we don't have to look that up. Anyway, that is my app. I appreciate you guys' time, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Awesome. Nice job, Andy. We have a few questions that have come in from the audience. Lindsay says, cool app, and she wants to know, how was working with Mapbox?
It was fun. I really actually wish I had done a lot more. I think some people asked me if I wanted to do like a routing feature. And I would love to do more of that because it was really intuitive, but I just didn't have time to get deeper into it. So I wasn't able to add that. I just didn't have enough time, but it was really fun.
Cool. Kyle wants to know, is there a way to actually see the path that has been run?
No, and I think I answered that. Like I thought about making like the routing feature, but also originally thought about making that my project in the first place, but Strava already exists and they do that. And so I didn't want to just like make a copy of Strava.
Cool. And another question, this one is from Alexia. She wants to know, can you comment on people's runs?
Not at the moment, but if you could, it would go right here. It just hasn't been built yet, but soon. That's a version 2.0 feature.
Awesome.